You're listening to The Scrimmage with Daniel Hargrove and Justin Domashevitz.
Oh no.
Winging it.
Winging it? You've lost your winging it privileges. It's the best line from that movie. What movie is that?
That movie.
You don't know that movie?
I know the line and I can hear it in my head, but I can't think of what it was.
You've lost your winging it privileges. It's, wow.
It's Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Wow. Shanghai Noon.
Oh. Yes, okay.
Yeah, they're robbing the train, and then somebody shoots somebody, and he's like, what? What was that? He's like, I'm winging it. You've lost your winging it privileges. And
I think that was the thing we were most planning to talk about.
Yes.
Was some early 2000s random Jackie Chan film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have other like sports-related things to discuss.
guess.
At some point, we're going to talk about a couple of wins for
we?
local boys basketball
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
and a girls basketball win, at least one.
Daniel, you're about to lose your winging it privileges.
No.
And when we get into the 2-minute drill, there's going to be some basketball, there's going to be some baseball,
Really?
and some football.
What?
Daniel hasn't even read the questions yet, so let's get it going with the 2-minute drill.
Let's go, huddle up. Gotta hurry. Hey, 2-minute situation, 44 seconds, hand the ball to the ref. Gonna do it right. 3 jet Buckeye, don't worry.
The 2-minute drill starts now.
Well, I wrote this one at least. The Portland Trailblazers made a ton of moves over the past week, including trading C.J. McCollum. Justin, was trading C.J. the right move?
Well, it hurts me in my soul because
Yes.
I love CJ as a player, and I think he's an awesome dude, and I know he had a great relationship with Dame as well. And the thing I'm afraid most of is the Blazers losing Damian Lillard. I'm going to reserve judgment on this until I see what they do in the offseason, because the way they've cleared the books, getting rid of Norman Powell and CJ McCollum's big contracts, makes me think that they're gearing up to do something big and bring in a big star. I don't know who it is, and I don't even know who it could really even possibly be, but I'm going to wait until the offseason and see the result of this big cap space clearing move that they did before I say whether or not it was good. If they don't get something amazing, though, I'm going to be really pissed that CJ's gone.
Oh, yeah.
The Washington football team has officially selected a new team name. The Commanders.
Commander!
Daniel, what do you think of that choice?
Commander! I think of the movie Rocket Man all of a sudden. I hadn't had that thought. Isn't that what he's always...
Can I drive the car, Commander?
Commander? Can I drive the car? No.
You went even further back on a movie reference there with Rocket Man.
I did.
We went from Shanghai Noon to Rocket Man. People are getting a glimpse into our childhoods.
Yes. Oh, I don't like it. I didn't really like any of the names that I saw that were options for him either.
Should
I
have
don't
stuck
know.
with football team.
Yeah. The football team would be better, I think.
Yeah.
I like football team. Major League Baseball's spring training won't start next week.
Daniel's throwing stuff, and then I just realized I put these in the wrong order. This question's supposed to be for you, Daniel.
Okay.
Major League Baseball spring training won't start next week as scheduled after a meeting Saturday between team owners and the players' union to resolve the sport's ongoing labor dispute resulted in little progress. Daniel, we already know spring training won't start on time, but will we have a full baseball season this year? A regular season?
They better. They freaking better.
I'm going to throw stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, come on. When the Mariners need young players to develop with a full minor league and major league young season, and what do they have? They have the crazily shortened pandemic season of 2020 that didn't even have minor leagues when they needed all those minor leaguers to get at bats, and now come out of that and it's like, hey, this is the season the Mariners are going to spend some money, fill those spots, go for the playoffs. It's that time. Oh, yeah, let's screw it up with a labor deal.
They were just going to let you down anyway.
That's not nice. That's probably true. Kyler Murray has unfollowed the Arizona Cardinals on Instagram. Oh, I love it. That's so petty. And scrubbed his account of most mentions of his team. Murray has been publicly silent about his relationship with the team. Justin, is this a big deal?
It's funny.
It is hilarious.
I mean, then the team also sort of followed suit and they deleted everything off of the team Instagram except for like 2 little posts. And then they followed Kyler Murray, which I don't know why they weren't already following him in the first place.
Yeah,
But I will say this.
that's hilarious.
Kyler Murray is the only starting quarterback in the NFL who is not following his team on Instagram. That's a big deal.
Whoa! Look out. Even
Really?
Aaron Rodgers? Does he even have Instagram?
Well, some of them don't. Like Ben Roethlisberger doesn't.
Okay.
Ben Roethlisberger is no longer a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I feel like Ben Roethlisberger probably has he probably has Instagram, but not under his own name.
He has multiple Instagrams.
I feel like he's like just trying to catfish people by saying he's not Ben Roethlisberger.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Oh.
Okay, this has been bothering me.
I'm
for,
sorry. That's like the third
The
time
last
in a row.
6 episodes.
What
There's
is it?
this little piece of material that's just dangling off of your ear.
I liked it.
Driven me nuts.
I liked
I'm
it.
glad that we did that while the show was going instead of before or after.
You know what bothers me the most about the Washington Commanders?
What?
Why is there more than one commander?
You just want one commander?
There's,
Is it a
yeah,
rank?
there's one
Is commander a rank?
I'm actually not sure. It's not a normal rank. I think it might be a job description more than a rank.
Why is there more than one commander? And how do you have a field
it's
full
the
of commanders?
commanders. Yeah,
well, you got
that's
the
the thing, it's
Chiefs. Are you upset with the Chiefs?
No,
There's too many
but
Chiefs.
I don't care about
Do you
them.
ever think about this? Like when teams come out with a new name, they
What about
usually
the Kings? The Kings.
The Kings is a terrible franchise.
they usually just get destroyed, right?
Yeah.
But like if a lot of these teams that were just used to hearing the name, if they came out with the names now,
Yeah.
like is Mariners a good team name?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Kraken's
like
kind of cool.
Mariners.
I think Seahawk would still. I think
Yeah.
that would be okay.
Supersonics. I mean, this is
Yeah.
great name. Trailblazers.
I think locally
I'm
we're
actually
good.
not.
Packers?
I probably shouldn't
No.
even have an opinion, I guess. But
You
I'm
definitely
not a huge fan
couldn't
of
have a name like the
Supersonic.
Browns.
Yeah, no. The Browns would get ridiculed.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said I'm not a huge fan of the Supersonics.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. It's weird to me to it's supersonic is a speed, so it's like an adjective.
Yeah.
It's just odd.
It's,
I don't
it's
hate
odd,
it.
but
I
I
don't
like
hate
the
it,
I like
but
the I like
I
that
don't
it's
like it.
creative.
Sure. Okay.
Like, and then they have a Sasquatch for no reason as
Yeah.
their mascot. That thing
I
was
mean,
awesome.
Yeah, I would dig if it was the Seattle Sasquatch.
Squatch.
I would probably wear that gear even if I didn't watch.
Yeah, I'd be about that. Justin, the McCollum deal, you also mentioned Powell was gone too, but
Yeah.
they also traded for old man Ingles. I don't even know if he's old. He just looks super old.
So for most of
I'm
this,
so confused. What is going on?
when I saw all those moves, I just assume everyone they get in return is expendable. And I think this is the reason why this is so frustrating to me, because in the beginning, in the offseason, like there was a lot of trade rumors about CJ.
Yeah.
But all the things that you would get back for CJ were really good. So now you waited until you're terrible,
Yep.
and you feel like you need to move him to clear the books, and you get nothing but junk in return.
Yep.
So you basically traded away 2 very good players
Very good players.
that you had under contract
Yep.
and got nothing that you will use in the future.
Bubkiss.
So that is the kind of move where it's like when the Seahawks made the trade for Jamal Adams.
Yes.
If the Seahawks had then not been able to sign Jamal Adams, that trade would have been like, wow, we gave up all this and got this guy and then weren't even able to keep him.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's like you can go and make those deals worth it if you can sign a big splashy free agent or make a trade for a guy who's really good, pair Dame up with somebody who will really, you and I have talked a lot about how CJ's skill set is amazing.
Yes.
But it doesn't
we love him.
necessarily pair well with Dame's skill set because they're both shot creators.
Yep.
So CJ can go flourish somewhere else.
By the way, I think they're going to be so good over in New Orleans.
Oh, I hope not. How would you feel if you were CJ McCollum and then you got traded to a place with a couple of dookies? Where the future of the franchise is a couple of dookies. Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram.
He probably feels pretty good, being that Lehigh boy who knocked Duke out of the first round as a 15 seed.
I forgot about that connection. That's awesome. When I have these kind of conversations with my kids, and I try really hard not to judge people, and I'm like,
but they're Dukies.
I don't know anything about Zion Williamson, and I don't know anything about Brandon Ingram. They could be perfectly lovely people, but what I do know is they're evil. Because they probably had dozens, if not hundreds of choices of where they could have gone to college, and they both chose Duke.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they're evil.
So can you be a lovely person and an evil person at the same time?
Felt like you were going to bring that
He's a
up.
lovely, evil person.
They can be lovely people, but they're evil.
Yeah.
You've been using the term lovely person a lot lately.
I don't know even where that came from or why.
You jumped on the pregame with me last night for the
Yeah.
Monty Boys game, and you called Caden a lovely... Did you say lovely human being, or did you say a lovely person?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. But afterwards, you're like, did I just call him a lovely person?
Yeah,
What's
but he
doing?
is a lovely
He
person.
is. He's delightful.
He's a great role model and he's the only senior on the team. He's a great role model for the rest of the kids that are below him. And when we drove all the way to Vancouver for the Seton Catholic game, after the game was over and the Bulldogs lost,
Yes.
55-21. It was terrible. They scored 9 points over the last 3 quarters.
Yikes.
And I saw Caden in the hallway, and I said something like, "Hey, Caden, good game. We'll get the next one."
Yeah.
And he said to me, "I'm sorry you drove all the way here for this." And I was like, "Hey, Caden, you know what? We're here with you for the wins and the losses, buddy." And I was
I
like,
love that
what a
so much.
lovely person.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, how we sidetrack early. Yeah. Anything else? I mean, we talked to Commanders. If the Blazers don't get somebody who's like, I don't know. I mean, what's the level? Like Klay Thompson level. Like, that's what I need. Like, I need somebody amazing to come out of this.
See, and then Clay is the ultimate.
Yes.
Because he's like the ultimate
he's-
3-and-D guy who
'Cause he's a
doesn't...
cougar.
That too. Cougar. But he doesn't need to dribble to score. He doesn't need to have the ball in his
Exactly.
hands. He's like the ultimate guy to go with Dame, but Clay's never going to be out of Golden State, especially while they're still competitive.
Yeah.
And there aren't very many Klay Thompsons out there.
Nope.
The only
I
problem
believe.
with CJ, because CJ actually has a tremendous amount of skill in scoring the same way that Klay does. Like, he's a really good catch and shoot player.
Yeah.
He just doesn't bring the D side of it.
No, he doesn't. Oh, man.
You're going to clip that quote, CJ
Yeah.
McCollum doesn't bring the D?
The D side of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can start talking to Kingsway's coach. It's David Harmeling. Do you remember that name from those Cougar teams? He drops Klay Thompson's name a lot.
Yeah.
Whenever I talk to him, he's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to Klay the other day."
Yeah.
Okay, guy. No,
There
but we
actually
should.
are no D's in CJ McCollum's name. But do we have to start calling Damian Lillard Amian Illar? Because there's no D in his game either.
Well, why'd you say Illar? His last name
Lillar.
There you go.
Well, because he doesn't take L's either.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
There's no L's or D.
Did you ever see that episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? He has I think he was borrowing a friend's
We're
car.
going 90s again.
Or he
I'm
just-
loving this.
Or he just got a new car. Will just got a new car. And he had a license plate on it that says cold chillin'. And then he gets in a car accident. And he's like, that used to say cold chillin'. Now it says old chili.
That's a good show.
Yeah, let's just do nothing but flashbacks
Yeah.
from 90s and early 2000s movies and TV all
As
day.
long as we
I like
can
it.
avoid more NBA talk.
Speaking of the NBA, no, just kidding. I forgot. Are we doing any Super Bowl guesses here tonight?
Yeah, we were going
I've
to.
got the
Going to?
New York Post's article about 2022 prop bets. If you guys want to, at some point.
We could
I
just
can-
wing it.
Yeah.
We could wing it.
Winging it.
What I want to know is, Justin, at some point, should we talk about this now? Yeah, why not? Because we're winging it. We don't have a plan.
Yeah.
Plan for what, you say?
Plan
I don't
to
know.
fail. Oh,
Do I
wait.
look like a guy with a plan?
No. I don't think I'd say that. You said that you had a good punishment for the loser of said contest, but you never said what it was.
And
You
he
said that in
also
the...
never came up with a contest.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but you said that in our group message, and then you just left it.
I don't think
just-
there's any way you guys would agree to
You
it.
just vague booked it like crazy.
I'm willing to bet I would say what it is, and both of you would immediately say no way.
Well, I'm prepared to believe you.
I mean, I don't know. We've done some pretty bad stuff. Like, you had to wear a dew cap for a week.
Yeah.
Daniel had to sing Party in the USA.
That video is
bad.
still out there, people.
That's terrible.
If you want to go watch it.
There's also a video of me Kaepernicking.
Yeah.
And what drives me nuts is for some reason YouTube categorized that as a short. So every time you go to our Scrimmage page, it's like one of the top things that pops up.
That was probably,
Every time.
if I'm being honest, that was probably the dirtiest thing I've ever done to you.
Yeah.
Because the punishment of that was actually supposed to be you wear some kind of 49ers gear and do a Kaepernicking selfie. And
Yeah.
for those of you who don't remember, it was the kissing the bicep. Kissing the bicep was the Kaepernick thing. And we hated Kaepernick, and so that was the punishment.
And,
Yeah.
and for the
And then
record,
the
we
thing that-
hated Kaepernick before it was everyone in the NFL hated
Yeah.
Kaepernick.
Yeah,
So
we
it
hated
was-
Kaepernick for the rivalry's sake.
Yeah.
He was still
Yeah.
playing at the time.
But the punishment wasn't the dirty part. The dirty part was that while we did a making of the Kaepernick selfie video where we got to, and everyone watching got to really enjoy all of your anguish through the whole process of getting the shirt on, the 49ers shirt, finding just the right spot to do it. And I remember about halfway through you being like, this wasn't part of the deal. It was just supposed to be a picture.
It would take me a while, wouldn't it? You
Yeah.
know? Like,
You
I
have
was
to
think
look good while you're Kaepernicking.
I was just going through it.
I think
Plain-
you thought it immediately and decided I'm going to play along, and then eventually it got to you.
It got too much. Yeah, it got to be too much. So anyway, what's this punishment you speak of?
I think we should do, and I only say this confidently because I know I won't lose. I think we should do TikTok dances to 1,000 likes.
Oh dear Lord!
So
what's that
since you
mean?
don't have a TikTok account, you'd have to create one. And then once a week,
I don't want China to have my information.
you would have to go on and do one of the TikTok trend dances with a caption that says, "My punishment for losing this bet is I have to do these once a week until I get 1,000 likes." And then once you get 1,000 likes between all the different TikTok dances, then the punishment's over.
Wow. I don't like that.
It's a punishment.
don't
You're not
like
supposed
it.
to like it.
Well, that's a long-lasting punishment.
It depends on how good you are at the dances. Maybe
So
you'll get
1,000
1,000 likes
likes
quickly. Is 1,000 too
I
high?
could easily see that lasting for the rest of my life since I'm never going to install TikTok.
Well, how could you do the punishment if you didn't install TikTok? You have to do the dances once a week. That's the rule.
I do the dances once a week.
He's just doing the dances in his closet.
No, you have to video yourself doing the TikTok dance, and then maybe you'd get pity likes. Like people would be like, "Oh, this guy's gonna have to
This poor
like,
guy, Yeah.
And then it's a.
I
it's
used
a
to make
collection of all the
vines,
videos.
never got likes, so I don't like my chances here.
So easy to like things on TikTok though.
Well,
Do you ever
Scrolling
run
through double
across?
tap, scrolling through double tap.
isn't it easy to like? It's easy to like things on any platform. It wasn't difficult to like things on Vine that was keeping me from getting likes. It was my lack of creativity and content.
Daniel's not an influencer.
Oh, what? Now it's. Are we gonna? I don't know. So should we do the Super Bowl thing? We do have the prop bets.
Do we have a stump Daniel?
I think at some point we should at least go through the prop bets. Yes.
Prop butts?
Prop bets.
Is that like when you need to make a show but you don't want to use real butts? You have like a barrel full of
Yeah.
prop butts?
Oh, that's a good way. I
Yeah.
was thinking it's when you're really tired but you have to stand up, so you put something and you prop up your
prop it
butt.
up under your butt?
Yeah.
Okay, how
Yeah,
about
butt
this
prop, not a prop butt.
though? If you had like a whole table full of all different sizes and shapes of prop butts to choose for,
There we go.
which one would you use?
The biggest.
The biggest butt?
Yeah. like the offensive lineman butt.
Daniel, the
Oh,
biggest
no.
prop butt Hargrove. My computer's not working, so I'm memorizing
You're
that. to use
remembering
as-
it?
I'm
Yeah.
rememorizing it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, it's now time for Justin's favorite part of the show.
Serving questions up on a silver platter where the points are made up and the rules don't matter. Time for Stump Daniel. Stump Daniel brought to you by the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz. Daniel, I was thinking it would be really fun to do a Super Bowl MVP version of Stump Daniel today.
Okay.
And go back through and look at all the Super Bowl MVPs, break them down
All
by
of them?
position, all of them in history,
Oh, what?
break them down by position, figure out how many there were
is
from
cool.
each position,
I
and
like
ask
it.
you all kinds of questions, but I didn't do that. So...
That does not shock me. It sounded cool and difficult.
So what I have in front of me instead is a list of all of in the history of the Super Bowl, all of the MVPs. And I'm going to start with the first question.
Okay. That's usually where you would start.
I'm going to start with the first question.
You would think that.
Actually, you know what?
But
Screw
no.
you, Daniel. I'm going to start with the second question. Okay, I'm going to start
still
with
going to be the first question.
we'll go back
Secondly-
to the first question
Begin
after
with,
the second question.
secondly,
So this is the second question I was going to ask you.
But since you're asking it first, it's the first question.
Dang it.
this is question
Okay.
number 2.
It's a paradox.
I'll go
Wait,
back to the
no,
first
You
one.
can ask
You
question
know
number
what?
2
It was
first.
a stupid idea. You just made me mad. I'm going to go back to the first question.
Okay.
Okay. In
This is question number 1.
in 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls, a quarterback has won the MVP award.
Shocker.
Daniel, who are the quarterbacks who won 4 of the last 5 Super Bowl MVPs?
Tom Brady.
Correct.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes is correct. You've got the last 2.
Wow, can I really not remember past the last 2 Super
It's just
Bowls?
so hard when you try to think back in your head. Who won the Super Bowls like backwards
Yeah.
in descending order? It's really hard to remember.
It is. Okay. Oh wait, who did the Niners? Wait, did the Niners play somebody? And,
Should I offer?
but
I don't have any answers in
Garoppolo
front
couldn't
of
have
me.
won. Did
The
the Niners win that Super Bowl?
They lost that Super Bowl.
They lost
That was to Mahomes, wasn't it? Was the year
Was that was just 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh Lord, that felt like ages ago.
I hope I don't have that wrong. No, I'm pretty
How
sure
long
that's
ago
right.
did Peyton
Pretty sure
Manning
that's right.
retire? I don't actually like that.
5 years? Well, yeah, because 6 years, something like that. Because wasn't he just recently
been that
inducted into the
long?
Hall of Fame?
That seems so long ago.
I think he was just inducted into the Hall of Fame last year, and it's 5 years until you're eligible.
Nick Foles?
Nick Foles is correct. You have the last 3 quarterbacks who have won the MVP award.
Isn't that weird to say Nick Foles?
Yeah. Doesn't that
Super Bowl
Bowl
MVP?
Super Bowl MVP and Eagles legend Nick Foles.
Doesn't that feel like so long ago, though?
Yes.
That was 4 Super Bowls ago.
That's bizarre.
Okay, the year before Nick Foles won MVP, there was another quarterback who won NFL Super Bowl MVP. Daniel, who was it?
Can I say Brady again?
That would be correct. Are you serious? Brady again. So 4 of the last 5 Super Bowl MVPs were quarterbacks. Daniel, you got them. Not only did you get them, you got them in backwards descending order. Good job.
Who won the MVP in that Niners? Or wait,
I think
or in that other Super Bowl? Or is that the next
question number 2.
Crap.
Daniel, which non-quarterback won the MVP in Super Bowl LIII?
L-I-I-I. Can I at least get the teams?
Nope. Dang it.
Uh,
I'll just tell you who the Super Bowl loser was that year.
okay, that would help. I
The
think
Rams.
the Rams. I say like I had an epiphany, but I didn't. Okay, so Jared Goff was the quarterback for the Rams at that.
Yeah, it
time.
was one of the most boring, low-scoring Super Bowls in the history of the world.
That was so bad. But who were they playing?
I know.
You do?
I'm gonna say it was McCringleberry. Definitely.
It is not McCringleberry.
Dang it.
I
That
knew
guy's a stud though.
He got ejected earlier and suspended for doing that dance.
Yeah.
He couldn't play the Super Bowl.
The correct answer is Julian Edelman
Ah.
of the New England Patriots. 10 catches for 141 yards, wins you the Super Bowl MVP when neither team hardly scores at all.
Ew.
Yeah.
So, gosh, I hate the Patriots. So Brady won 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He lost in the Super Bowl in the next year. And then they won the so we went to 3 straight? 4
Yeah.
straight? Oh my,
3 straight, 4 out of 5.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him more now, but holy crap. All right, what's the next one?
Final question.
Okay.
Who was the last defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP?
I'm going to guess this guy because I feel like if I don't, then it
I
would
thought
be
you might
embarrassing.
guess that guy.
Yeah. Malcolm Smith.
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
2 years after Malcolm Smith won the Super Bowl MVP while playing for the Seattle Seahawks, Von Miller won the MVP for the Denver Broncos when, they carried Peyton Manning to his second Super Bowl victory.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know what would have been really cool?
That
If I had taken like 20 minutes to go through this list and do the breakdown of all the different positions. Because you know what's surprising about this?
You can do that next week if you want. But you won't.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more quarterbacks. Like, I feel like barely more than half of the MVPs are quarterbacks.
Really? So it feels like it takes something weird to happen now for it not to be the quarterback.
Yeah, because it's quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback. And then, actually, if you go Malcolm Smith and Von Miller, 2 out of 3 years a defensive player won it. But guess who's sandwiched in between them?
A quarterback?
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I
sure.
was gonna say Tom Brady.
But before that,
I mean, over the last 20 years, Tom Brady's just the best guess. Like,
true. Before that, it was 4 quarterbacks in a row: Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Eli Manning, Joe Flacco. Then before that, it was the Santonio Holmes with Pittsburgh, where he made that amazing game-winning catch in the back corner of the end zone. Before that, it was Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. So, I mean, it's more than 50%, like significantly more than 50% now, but there's still a decent amount. I guess if you go into like the 70s,
back when defense was a thing.
Do you guys think that the quarterback will be the MVP of this Super Bowl? A quarterback. Do you think that the A quarterback will be the MVP? So you think the Bengals will win? Just kidding.
Shots fired at Matt Stafford. Well, I mean, it's the best. It's the best guess. But would I be excited if it was Cooper Kupp if the Rams won? Yes, I would much rather that be the case.
It could conceivably be a defensive player.
It could
with
be
the
Aaron
Rams winning
Donald
too. Yeah.
Yep.
I was texting.
Okay. So did I win? No, I didn't. Did I win?
I think you did pretty good.
No, I did 1 for 3.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you were pretty good.
Okay, we'll take it. Yeah. We're going to take a commercial break as we are brought to you by the law office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz and Ole Penn Real Estate.
Do you have a legal situation and need someone on your side? Let the law office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz be your advocate. If you've been the victim of medical malpractice, suffered a personal injury, or need representation with real estate law, small business law, or estate planning, let Jeff Damashevitz put his 29 years of experience to work for you. Call Jeff Damashevitz today at 360-612-3991 or visit damashevitzlaw.com. That's DAMASIEWICZLAW.com.
Thank you to our sponsors, the law office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz and Ole Penn Real Estate. Now Justin and I are both on our phones.
I was looking up the bracket for the
I'm typing in the
District
live
4
stream.
tournament.
Oh, I've got the brackets.
Yeah, I was trying to look up and see if they've posted the
What do you want
the
to know?
neutral sites for the Monty game and the Elma game.
Have they yet?
But they actually don't
For
even
the boys games?
Yeah, they actually don't even have the
they
results, all the results in there because Elma won that game, but they're not in their slot yet. And I know that
I've upset
Eatonville
Squirrels.
beat Seton Catholic,
Yep.
but that game is also not in there. So TBD,
Somebody's slacking.
TBD.
Somebody's slacking.
Yeah,
That's going to be on the 16th, though, right? Yep.
on Wednesday the 16th.
Kingsway Christian.
Yeah, So King's Way.
Are we at that point in the show sheet? Is that where we're at?
Ole Penn Real Estate Athlete of the Week.
There we go.
Do you have one?
Tough call here,
Yeah.
Justin. I've got 3 players.
Okay.
1 frequent flyer. The other 2 not frequent flyers.
Okay.
I think. I mean, in history they have been flyers of the frequent variety, but not in basketball this year so far.
Yeah.
So this
Is one of them me?
Yes.
Because I was shooting outside on my hoop in the backyard the other day.
Yeah.
I could not miss.
Did you go over the branches?
No.
Then,
Under the branches.
like the scoop, the scoop, long distance.
I try
You
to
had
just
go-
get down low.
Okay.
And then shoot it from a lower point to get it under the branches.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Isn't that the grainy shot?
no, that's where you get your legs out wide. You get the legs.
Can you do it on the chair so that our viewers can see?
You get the
You can't get the legs wide on the chair.
You get the legs.
How does this look, Andrew, on the video feed?
Get the legs out wide. And then,
What a great shot of Daniel's crotch. Thank you, Daniel.
anyway, and then you shoot it like Ollie and Hoosiers, and you win the day. Anyway. Oh man, so
You've lost your winging it privileges.
you were the one who brought up granny shots. Anyway,
It's usually when I ask you to do ridiculous things, you just say no. This was a time where I said it and you actually did it. I'm so happy.
frequent flyer Trey Seidel.
Okay.
He's one of the options. Sadly, Raymond Boyes got knocked out by Tootle Lake. But I believe, did he have 39 points?
39, yeah.
39 points in the loss. 26 in their first matchup against Kalama. That's option 1. Certified bucket getter, Trey Seidel.
Yeah.
The
And he was last week's
Yes.
Athlete of the Week.
Which doesn't help you in winning this week's. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just going to throw that out there.
True.
It's hard to win back-to-back Athlete of the Week.
It's a prestigious award,
Yeah.
and it's difficult to win twice in a row.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The next option, lone senior, Caden Lovell. I didn't get his stats from the Seton Catholic game, but seeing that there was only, 21 points,
Yeah.
probably wasn't huge. But in this last game, staving off elimination, taking down Le Center. We all hate Le Center. I don't know why. They're just one of the teams I don't like. He had 19 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Excellent game.
Yeah. He was all over the place,
Everywhere.
doing everything.
Everywhere, as usual.
Just like I promised he would in the pregame.
Yeah.
He's a lovely person.
Lovely. Then we also have Paige Leisherness, who in a first round matchup, so they all have different qualifiers that are like Trey, it's the second week in a row. Caden, he had one great performance, but the whole team didn't do very well in the first game. And then for Paige, they're 1 seed playing a 4 seed, and they won by like 40 billion points.
I think they won by 50.
Something like that. Yeah, it was 50.
79-29?
79-29 on the dot. You're right. But she had... we had her for 34 points, 32, 34 points. Column A, column B. Anyway, and 11 rebounds, 5 steals, an assist, and a block. Career high, 32 points. Justin, what's your vote?
We got 2 really strong Bulldog candidates there,
Yeah.
which always makes me happy. I love giving this award to Trey. We've given this award to Trey a lot.
Yeah.
And his team did just get eliminated. And also is like, 39 points. Trey, you scored 44 last week in a game. Come on, you couldn't do more than 39.
Yeah. Come on, Trey. Poor Trey.
I feel like with both of these Bulldog candidates, there are specific things that make these performances extra impressive. We've talked a lot about the story of the boys' season for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
You go through the first round, you play everybody in the league, you go 0-4. You go through the second round of league play, you go 3-1. So you went from looking like everybody was going to walk all over you in league. Winless every time, winless through the league the first time. You turn it around. In the final week, you get 2 big wins that propel you into the playoffs. Horrible I'm sorry, guys. The performance against Seton Catholic was real bad.
Was it good?
Anybody on the court for the Bulldogs would admit that was a real bad showing. But then to bounce back from that and win the way that they did against La Center, when this is a team that, like, as recently as a month and a half ago, they were dead and buried. Like, they weren't going to do anything.
Yeah.
Now you won a playoff game. That's amazing.
It is.
But then on the other hand...
And La Center beat Montesano 72-53 earlier in the year.
Exactly.
By 19 points.
Right. And then on the other hand, you have Paige Leisherness, who didn't Monty play without McKinley Dalen in that game?
Yes.
So McKinley, who I presume will be the league MVP, hurts her knee. She's out.
In the article, I can't find this anywhere yet, but in the article, the write-up of the Daily World for that game, it said co-MVP Paige Leisherness.
Okay, I haven't seen team MVPs come out, but maybe the Daily World has it?
Maybe they have it, and they just haven't written the article up yet because it's busy with playoff times. I don't know.
Okay, but we've discussed McKinley Dalen as she's like the next level talent that takes you from being a really good team to a potentially great team.
Yeah.
But also Paige is a previous league MVP.
Yes.
But she's kind of been she's been really good this year, but almost like a secondary option.
Yeah.
So then for her to just step up in that absence and totally take over the game is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Dominated. Absolutely dominated.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So to me it's like, I don't know, can they share the award?
All three?
Oh boy.
Because that's where I was leaning before I got here.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to choose.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose.
They're all deserving, and we haven't done that this season. Like, we haven't really been giving out co-athletes of the week.
We did it once for the wrestlers because they all won.
Right.
And there were some wrestlers that won regionals that we could have done that with this time too. But state's coming up, I figure hopefully they'll have some good state performances. I don't know.
Andrew, what do you think?
Yes.
Okay, so
We have a ruling from the producer.
Yep, our co-athletes of the week are Raymond's Trey Seidel for his 26 and then 39 points in the district tournament. Then Caden Lovell for his 19-point, 13 rebound, 3 steals, 1 block performance, staving off elimination against La Center, which had beat them by 19 points earlier in the season. And Paige Leisherness for her opening round performance, dominating the Columbia White Salmon Bruins with 32 points, 11 rebounds. How many steals?
Yes.
5 steals, an assist, and a block.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So,
Stat-stuffing performance.
yeah, it was great. So those are our Ole Penn Real Estate Athletes of the Week. This week, Trey Seidel, Caden Lovell, and Paige Leisherness. Congratulations. Prestigious award.
It's such a cop-out by us.
I know.
Let's not pick one. Let's just pick them all.
I know. It's a little bit of a cop-out.
It's okay. It's
A little bit.
The season is winding down.
The problem was, for me, is it would have been Paige for me had that not just been one game.
Yeah. So I think I probably, gun to my head, I would have picked Caden.
Don't put a gun to your head.
I would have picked Caden. But I think
that's not safe.
I think that a lot of that has to do with the bias of the fact that I watched that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so Paige probably had an equal amount of impact on her game, but I watched Caden and all the things that he did in Monty's game.
And the hard part
In
is
the boys' game.
is we never actually get to watch Trey play. We just see these
I
crazy
watched Trey
stats.
once.
Yeah.
He's real good.
And that one time you watched him has propelled him into him being like our favorite player.
He's one of my favorite
Yeah.
players. That's for
Anyway,
sure.
all right. So let's get into the local sports roundup.
Montesano girls got its postseason off to the right track with a 79-29 blowout victory over Columbia White Salmon in a 1A District 4 tournament girls basketball game on Friday. Montesano started the game with an 11-0 run and led by 33 points at halftime. We already talked about Paige's excellent performance in that game, but Michaela Stanfield, coming back from her COVID leave, had a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds. Jaden King added 9 points, 4 steals, and Maya Young had 9 points and 8 rebounds. Great contributions all around there.
Absolutely. Looking over in boys basketball, Elma found its form and eliminated, excuse me, league rival.
My wife just sent me a text that said, dude, get it together. Because I can't say tournament.
Tournament. There you go. Elma found its form and eliminated league rival Tenino in a 51-38 1A District 4 district game. Tournament.
I did it just like it's contagious.
It is. It's the worst. On offense, sophomore guard Kason Seaberg had the biggest game of his prep career, scoring a game-high 20 points that included 9 in the fourth quarter to help the Eagles put the game away. Seaberg's older brother Cannon added 14 points as the Eagles advanced. They will now take on Seton Catholic, which lost 47-43 to Eatonville in the district tournament.
The Montesano boys won 55-42 over La Center, and we talked about Caden Lovell's impact on this game. But really, the fourth quarter, it was a really competitive game, close all the way through 3 quarters. And with about maybe 4 or 5 minutes left, the Bulldogs really pulled away, held La Center to only 1 point in the fourth quarter, and came away with a 55-42 win. Caden Lovell's 19 points led the team. Trent Adams added 11 and Camden Taylor added 10. I can tell you the emergence of Camden Taylor as an inside scorer down the stretch this season has been absolutely huge. The Bulldogs will face Kingsway Christian on Wednesday in another elimination game. Kingsway Christian surprisingly lost to Castle Rock. Castle Rock's on its way to the district title game now.
Taking a look at wrestling, 3 Twin Harbors wrestlers walked away with regional championships at the conclusion of the WIAA 1A Region 1 Championships Saturday in Hoquiam. Montesano wrestlers Cole Eckerson and Mateo Sanchez and Elma grappler Austin Salazar each took first place in their respective weight classes. Look at other top scorers for Montesano. Jacob Sahlstrom took second, Jared Wisenhunt took fourth, and Jesse Cervantes took fourth. Alex Delgado took fifth. Elma was led by Salazar. They also had Aiden McCain, who took fifth. Donovan Bishop took third, as other people who took top 5 finishes for the Eagles squad. Aberdeen's Drew Locke led a contingent of Bobcat wrestlers to a third-place team finish at the 2A Region 3 Championships on Saturday in Washougal. Locke pinned Woodland's Mason Rickard for the 126th title match win. He wasn't the only Bobcat to stand out, as Talathion Warnes, Aiden Watkins, Liam Heikela, and Eric Hayter-Ramsey each placed second in their weight classes. Mikey Hatton and Joel Nelson each took fourth. Whew, lots of wrestlers. That's Terminant. Yeah, lots of terminants going on this week. That's going to do it for your local sports roundup. But Justin, before we go into a commercial break, I want to talk about how wacky this boys tournament has been so far in 1A basketball. Usually I do a pretty good job of predicting things, and the ones that I mess up tend to be, like the district title game or something like that, where it's 2 really good teams. But this year, I thought, you watched the first 4 games of the tournament. The Trico looked like they were going to sweep the tournament, as Eatonville had to go 2 overtimes to beat La Center by 4 points.
Right, and La Center was the 4 seed.
And Eatonville dominated the Evergreen this year.
Yeah,
absolute 8-0, dominated it. And so I'm thinking, okay, Seton Catholic just blew out Montesano. You have Eatonville barely squeaked by La Center. So I'm thinking Seton Catholic's going to win that game against Eatonville. Then you have La Center just went into double overtime with Eatonville. So I'm thinking they're going to probably dispatch Montesano. On the other side, you have Castle Rock, who looked great, by the way, against Elma. I was very impressed. and you have them taking on Kingsway, but Kingsway's the 1 seed. I'm expecting them to take care of business, move on. None of those things happened.
Yeah. So we went from the first round where it looked for a little while because that game that you mentioned, Eatonville, when it had to go into double overtime to win.
Yeah.
That game, like, if they lose that game, which at portions it looked like it was a 50-50, they could lose that game.
Yeah.
Evergreen gets swept.
Yeah.
Because Elma was the 2 seed, they lost their opening round game as well.
Yeah.
And
To
then I'm
Castle
going,
Rock.
exactly. So then I'm going, gosh darn it, is the Trico League really that much better this year than the Evergreen League? And then Castle Rock beating Kingsway was shocking to me.
Although they did play him close earlier in the season.
And that's part of the reason why this is all so weird to me. And my son, who is on the Montesano varsity team, keeps having to remind me, Dad, we're a different team now than we were at the beginning of the year. And I have to keep reminding myself that also how inconsistent they've been, because when Montesano played Kingsway Christian, we lost by 32.
Yeah.
When Montesano played Castle Rock, we were winning by 4 or 5 points with less than 2 minutes left and blew it and lost by 1.
Yeah.
So in my mind, Kingsway Christian, oh yeah, they're really good.
Yep.
Castle Rock, not so great. I just watched what happened to our boys when we played against Seton Catholic. In my mind, Castle Rock has no chance.
Yeah.
And then they just went out and won that game. But I think if you look back at the results throughout the whole season, it's been unpredictable all year.
Yeah.
So this is a weird time because high school basketball at this level, like you were saying, is usually pretty predictable.
Exactly.
You know most of the time who's the favorite, and the favorite usually wins.
Yep.
There aren't a ton of surprises. And this year has been totally full of surprises.
But even not just Peyton reminding you that they're a different team from back then.
Yeah.
But recent.
Yeah.
Like you would take the inference, Le Center going to double overtime with Eatonville.
Right.
Probably means Le Center is going to beat Montesano.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Especially when Monty just got murdered by Seton Catholic.
Right.
So you would think that would make sense.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. I mean, and I'm saying excellent job by Montesano. But when I watched that Le Center team, first of all, I was like, that was the team that took Eatonville to double overtime?
And then Eatonville ends up in the district title game because they beat Seton Catholic, and they were losing after the first quarter, they were losing after the second quarter, they were losing after the third quarter, and then they won
the game in the third quarter.
Won the game in the fourth.
Yeah.
So Eatonville now, after taking 2 overtimes to defeat the 4 seed from the Trico, which Montesano just dispatched by double digits.
Yep.
Eatonville now in the district title game against Castle Rock, who to me it's shocking that they're in there. I mean, props to them.
Yeah.
But it still feels shocking to me.
I mean, and you telling me that, because I remember us talking about it.
Yeah.
And you telling me that you guys barely won. You felt like you should win that game.
Yep.
You didn't win. Castle Rock barely won. And then when I saw him, I was like, this is a really good team. Like, I was very impressed with Castle Rock, and they executed an extremely creative offense very well. They had bigs. They had guards that could shoot. They had good ball handling, very composed ball handling. They had guys that came off the bench and hit big threes. Like, I was like, this is a complete team.
Yeah.
But you saw them and were like, yeah, they're not that good.
Yeah. We caught him on a bad night, I guess. Also, Caden was insane in that game.
Okay.
He had a couple plays that looked like it had flashbacks to him as a receiver in football. Like,
Gotcha.
he's cutting off passing lanes by full extension, palming the ball in the air.
Nice.
Like, he makes those kind of plays. His hands are incredible.
So, looking at the tournament now, Montesano plays... Who's Montesano play? They play...
The team that I called Northwest Christian. Kingsway Christian.
Kingsway Christian.
Yeah.
Who apparently, we've heard rumors that their best player might be hurt.
I did hear that rumor, but it turned out not to be true. So I was on Twitter, and somebody from another school said, hey, I heard their best player was out. Well, then the Castle Rock basketball Twitter jumped on and was like, hey, that's not true. Then the Kingsway basketball Twitter said both teams played at full strength the whole game.
Gotcha.
And Kingsway has a player whose name I can't remember that is, like, he's legit. He's really good. He's tall. I think he's technically a wing, but he plays a lot like a point guard. He brings the ball up the floor a lot. He has
Giovanni Evanson.
That's him. Yeah. What's his point average in there?
16 points a game.
Yeah, so that kid's really good, and not just as a scorer. He has a really good feel for the game. So everything he does is really smooth. Montesano fans will remember him because he was really, really good when the Bulldogs played Kingsway earlier in the year. So that's who I will be watching for on that Kingsway team. I would imagine that kid's got some basketball ahead of him because he's tall and long, but plays really well on the perimeter as a guard.
By the way, these things are the best.
Yeah.
I've got like 40 of these from the last however many years. I guess probably not 40 because I've only been doing it for like 13.
It's pretty cool, Daniel, and this is the first time I've experienced it, and you will get to experience it someday as well. To buy that program and your kid is in there.
That's got to be.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in this program. Actually, not this one because it was 2A.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is only a 1A program. The one you were in was a 2A program.
2A program, you know.
It's probably cheaper then, too. Good Lord.
Yeah, $5. Actually, I'm surprised they're still only $5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you know those parents would pony up.
Exactly.
I think the WIAA can get better regional sites for some of these games with all the money we're paying on the programs.
Also, I got this for free. Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break, be back for the mailbag, and maybe some prop bets coming up after this. I almost said on 1490. Wow,
KW.
I've been doing a lot of basketball games
At
recently.
Oatmeal Real Estate, we have solidified our foundation on 4 core values. First, we continuously focus on growing our knowledge in the market and in our practices to bring the highest level of competency to our clients. Second, we provide a high level of integrity, compassion, and kindness in every aspect of our business. Third, we put the human element above business through humor, enthusiasm, and patience. And last but not least, we proactively respond to the needs of our clients. Our mission is to create a personal real estate experience, one person and one home at a time. With OliPen, it's personal.
Ugh, you're the worst. So we have 3 viewers on our live stream right now, and I'm one of them.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
There we go. So, speaking of Super Bowl Sunday, Andrew, you said you've got some prop bets. Let's hear them.
Yeah, okay. So
Let's bet 'em.
this is from the New York Post because I Googled this as you were like, we're winging it! And I was like, there was nothing about the Super Bowl in here. Okay, well, so kickoff, national anthem, over 95 seconds is the under-over.
Who's singing it?
Someone named Mickey Guyton, who I believe is a woman. Yes, she'll most. So it says YouTube research shows Mickey Guyton has never crossed the 90-second mark while singing the anthem, but she'll likely join most of her predecessors and stretch the most watched performance of her life.
I don't care about this.
I'm going to go under.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we're doing this.
Oh, good Lord.
What do you mean you don't care about this? You're the one who puts this together at your Super Bowl party.
I've
Like,
never
everybody
done
doesn't
national
care.
anthem length before.
I'm pretty sure you did it once.
I'll say over.
I'm pretty sure you've done it at least
I
once.
don't think
I'll
so.
take the over as well.
Because I remember paying very close attention to it one year. Andrew, you going over as well? Uh-oh.
Should there's a lot of these. I was just gonna.
We're just winging it, Andrew.
All right, okay.
Everyone you choose,
opening
I'm going to
kickoff-
criticize.
Opening kickoff, not a touchback.
Oh, that's a stupid
Odds here are 3
That
to
is
2.
a stupid one. I don't like that one.
No, it's
either.
going to be a touchback. It will be a touchback.
So just interesting fact here. 7 of the last 8 Super Bowl kickoffs had a return.
I'm going to say touchback.
I'm gonna say not a touchback,
Okay, next one.
just to be different.
Do we have any good ones? Like,
First touchdown,
okay.
Odell Beckham, 9 to 1 odds.
Can't we just...
You can pick one.
Yeah, let's not.
do whatever you want.
Let's pick who scores the first touchdown.
Yeah.
That's who they say is
That's
highest.
the highest odds. T. Higgins is second highest at 12 to 1 odds, and Matthew Stafford is 34 to 1 odds.
What, to run it in?
Yeah,
That's stupid.
he's scored in 2 of the 3 playoff games. I guess.
Yes, but to assume that that's going to happen, that's ridiculous.
Seems like a
Justin,
lock
who's
to
scoring
me.
the first touchdown?
I'll go with, let's see, not Tyreek Hill.
Jamar
Because
Chase.
Tyreek.
Jamar Chase.
No, it's going to be I'm going to go with OBJ. I'm going to go with Odell Beckham.
It's Jamar Chase.
I'll go in chalk.
Yeah.
OBJ.
Chalking it up.
And Andrew's going with Jamar Chase, and I'm going with Joe Mixon.
Okay. I dig it.
All right. What do you got?
Rushing total, Joe Burrow over 12.5 yards rushing.
See, usually I understand you're reading off of a list.
Yeah.
I usually pick guys that we care about and would want to pay attention to and stats that are relevant.
Yeah, these stats suck.
Joe Mixon under over 64.5 yards rushing.
I'm going to go over.
Under.
I'm going to go under also.
I'm not looking good. Or I'm looking
I think you
really
look great.
good. Thank you.
Odell Beckham Jr. under or over 63.5 yards.
Why is there so much
receiving.
OBJ stuff? He's
I
not
like
Because
even
it.
he's
their
the
best
Over.
one that everybody cares about.
I'm
He's
going
not-
over.
He's not
Over.
even their best receiver.
Over.
I'm going under.
To spite him.
What? How many yards?
63.
63. I'm going to go under also.
Over.
Cooper Kupp's going off in this game.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is going to have 0 catches in the first half.
In the first half, then how many? He's going to have like 12 in the second half.
1 in the second.
Total sacks under or over 5.5. I'm going to go over on that.
For both teams combined,
Total sacks.
5.5.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, the
That's-
Rams
I'm
are going to
also
have
gonna-
over
yeah.
5.5.
In the article,
Cincinnati
they say the
also-
Rams could accomplish this alone.
The Bengals also have a good defensive front.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the Bengals also gave up 9 sacks against the Titans. Still won somehow. Not sure how that happened.
Because Joe Burrow was awesome every time he wasn't getting sacked.
Sure, it
It
wasn't
was
the
either a
fact.
sack
It wasn't
or,
the.
or a touchdown.
It wasn't the fact that the Titans gacked it away.
No, it was because Joe Burrow was
Derrick
awesome.
Henry's foot didn't look himself.
See the way his leg was.
There was some fluky stuff that happened, like a tip up at the line that turned into an interception.
So this, I'll try to wing this guy for you guys. The question they have here is which song is played last at halftime show. California Love is at plus 600, but they don't have other options.
Yeah, it's got to be California Love.
Yeah, that's gotta be the last
with
one.
Tupac either as a hologram or up on the big screen.
Or literally there.
I did some digging on that. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think
He's
I
gonna
don't
stay
think
in hiding.
No, I think he's going to stay in hiding.
Do you think he's going to be in the stadium somewhere though?
Yes.
I think so too.
Do either of you guys
What's
know
the over
any
and
Mary J. Blige songs? Because that's
Just
the,
that one song.
I don't know
Just that.
any by her that I know of.
That. No, what is it? Ugh. I just saw it recently.
That's what it is.
No,
Who
it's
will
not.
win the Puppy Bowl?
Nobody
I don't
cares.
even.
Yeah.
I don't even know
This
what
list
that
is the worst.
What's a
I'm
puppy
sorry.
bowl?
So who Super Bowl MVP?
Okay, here we
Joe
go.
Burrow, Cam Akers, or Von Miller? Those are the top.
What's a puppy
Why are they
bowl?
changing the
Don't
way
act
they
like you
say
don't
the
know.
odds in this? That's weird.
You don't know what the Puppy Bowl is?
Is it actual football game played by puppies?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
They've been hiding.
You've
it
never.
from you
We've.
for
I know we've been
years.
outside at halftime every year, but you've never heard people talk about the Puppy Bowl.
I don't think so.
Oh.
This is a thing that's been done every year.
I'm not sure how long it's been done, but it's definitely multiple years now.
I want to watch the puppy bowl.
Yeah. Are you going to be in Kazi?
Yes.
So
Maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna,
just show up at halftime to throw the football. Except for this is the first year where I want to watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What are
say
we
that
gonna do?
Burrow is
I will be watching the halftime show.
MVP.
Andrew's going with Burrow. I like how I'm writing
I
this
forgot we
down
were
like
doing
we're
this.
even going to look at this again.
Oh, I'm bringing it back up if I win.
Okay.
You
No,
guys
only if I win,
rejected
though.
my punishment for the loser, so.
Who's your Super Bowl MVP?
I'll go with Stat Padford.
Stat Padford.
I don't think he's gonna get the MVP if they win. I think
I'm
it
going.
would take something amazing.
I'm going full on Homer, which is generally why I lose these things. Cooper Kupp.
Daniel just picks the guy in the game who reminds him most of himself.
I take that as a high compliment.
You're welcome.
mostly because of the beard.
Well, I need to grow that back
Does he
out.
also shave his mustache?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought
haven't
he
paid
did,
that much
but
close-
I haven't been paying a lot
I
of
haven't
attention.
paid that
either.
close of attention. All right. Well,
That's all I've got. Are you guys ready for the mailbag?
yes, we're ready
The
for
mailbag.
Yes, the
Send us your
mailbag.
stuff. Send us your stuff in a mailbag.
It's the second time he's cut me off with something. I feel like he's doing it on purpose.
He doesn't
Is this
like
what
it.
you feel like most of the time?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about?
This show is the worst.
We got.
We should never wing it again. Oh my god.
Do you want to?
Cutting that. I'm cutting that.
Do you want an ethical dilemma?
Yes.
What would you do if you saw an endangered animal eating an endangered plant?
I would kill the animal and eat it
The endangered animal?
Yeah.
You would kill it?
to save the plant. Because if I killed the plant, that plant's probably not going to be as tasty as whatever animal that is.
And you have to kill something.
And you have to kill one of them.
Do you have to kill one of them?
Yeah,
feel like
because
you could
otherwise the
probably just
plant's going to
watch.
die.
I'm fine. I would
that.
just watch Circle of Life.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
No.
why you went straight to killing
I would
the animal.
probably comment
So
something
fast.
like, that must be why that plant is
Endangered.
endangered.
Yeah.
Because the 12 of those animals are definitely eating all of them. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't have gone straight there.
You went straight to killing an endangered animal. You poacher.
I mean, that's the circle of life. The survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very fit.
Next
Yeah, that's
question.
what I'm saying.
This one comes from Sean.
What's Sean say?
Why do oatmeal cookies exist? I mean, if you're putting in the effort to make cookies, why would you not make chocolate chip?
It's a valid question.
You could two responses. The best cookie that there is oatmeal craisin. And second of all, you could totally put chocolate chips in an oatmeal cookie. There's nothing that keeps you from doing that.
Hot take.
I know it's a hot take, but I will die on that hill. It is
Hot take!
so much better than every other cookie out there.
So much better. Oatmeal craisin. Justin, what do you have to say about this?
Andrew, you suck. Oatmeal craisin?
Chocolate-
That, you could pick any cookie in the world?
Chocolate crinkle.
Okay.
Oh, chocolate crinkles
If
are
we're
so
I
picking-
also don't like cookies. Another hot take.
What the heck?
Then you don't get to say. No, you do get to say. You
I
get
can
to have
say
that opinion.
I can say what is the one that I
Does
like
it
the most.
still count as a cookie if it's one of those ones where, like, it's cookie on both sides and there's some kind of filling in the middle?
I don't see why not.
So, my wife made one of my favorite things.
Ice cream sandwiches with cookies, like the ones over at Wazoo.
Yeah, those are amazing. Those are amazing.
Sorry, Justin, we interrupted you.
That's okay. I was just saying one of my favorite things that my wife makes is whoopie pies. So there's like a
she makes some good
cream
whoopie
filling,
pies.
and then she makes pumpkin whoopie
That's
pies.
such a weird name.
So like cake-like pumpkin.
Whoopie pie just sounds gross.
It sounds like
to
poop.
me.
She made
Sounds awful.
she made chumpkin whoopie pies.
That sounds even
you're
worse.
just throwing poop words out there now.
Chocolate pumpkin whoopie pies.
You're just
Oh,
calling
that
it
doesn't sound
Cookies
chumpkin.
are chumpkin, and then there's the whoopie pie filling in the middle. And I had some yesterday, and they were amazing. I think I object to this
Are you
idea.
sure it's a chumpkin? Shouldn't it be a pumplet? Either
No.
way, it sounds like poop.
It's chocolate pumpkin.
Why isn't it pumpkin chocolate?
Then it would be
Pumplet.
pocklet.
Nah, it'd be pumplet.
There are rules to merging words, Daniel, and you're breaking all of them. I think the thing I object to about Sean's question is, first of all, I don't hate oatmeal cookies, but I kind of get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, he's saying if you're going to make a cookie, why would you make an oatmeal cookie when there are better kinds of cookie? But then he goes straight to, like,
That would explain why
this
I like them.
idea that chocolate chip is the only kind of cookie that should be made, and I strongly disagree with that. Because I think while I agree with the premise that why would you bother making an oatmeal cookie, I think there are a lot of other cookies that are worthy of being made besides chocolate chip.
Yeah. I agree, but also speaking for those who have dietary issues, the oatmeal cookie is a valid option
Okay.
for people who have issues and cannot eat all the things.
I
So-
also don't dislike oatmeal cookies.
No, I'll
I
eat
like
it.
them. I think
Yeah,
they're good.
Exactly. Have you ever had a no-bake cookie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
those are good too.
I think the thing we learned most there is that, what the hell, Andrew?
It
Like, this is
actually
the guy
makes
who
sense.
was
You were
also
just
like, well,
saying that-
why would I eat ice cream when I could have sherbet? Now he's saying he doesn't like cookies? Like, what the heck, man? How are we supposed to listen to any food opinion you ever have?
I never asked you to.
That's fair.
We can't really say anything to that.
Not really.
I will trade you cookies to steaks every time.
That's not a fair comparison.
Yes, huh? Because if you have room for cookies, you could be eating steak.
Could you, though? What if
Yeah.
you don't have steak? What if you already ate a steak? Usually you're eating cookie when you've already eaten the steak.
Isn't there
You
something?
didn't get enough steak if you have room for a cookie.
Isn't there also something to be said for like if you've already had
Valid.
a good savory meal that like there's something nice about having a little something sweet.
Yeah, that's true. Andrew, my
More
return
potatoes.
my return argument to that would be our old chili and rice discussion, which if you think rice is good in chili, you just didn't have enough chili because it's just making it worse.
No, it's making it better.
No.
It's adding carbs.
No, it's not. I mean, it might be adding carbs,
improving
but
the
the good
texture.
part of it is the chili.
Adding carbs and improving
The texture, it's not improving the texture. The weird soggy rice at the bottom of your chili.
Weird
Get
soggy
outta
rice
here.
at the bottom of the chili?
Yeah.
Sir.
Sir, no.
not eating my
As
chili.
you said, have another steak. You didn't have enough chili. You didn't have enough steak. Your first point is valid for both arguments.
I'm with Andrew.
If
on
there's
this one.
beans in your chili,
You
you
like rice
didn't
in
have
your
enough
chili?
meat.
I like
Do you like rice in your chili, or does it make the chili go farther?
I like rice. I like a layer of rice at the bottom of the chili where you can go in and get like not like rice where it's mixed in the chili, but if you have like top layer chili, bottom layer rice, and you can get both separate on one bite, I like that a lot. So I would put rice and then pour chili over it, and to me that's delicious. But I wouldn't want to put chili and rice together and mix them up.
See, Andrew's saying the opposite. He wants to
don't-
mix them up.
I don't care if you mix them up. I mix them up as I eat them for sure.
But I grew up also with steamed rice being like an everyday
Everything.
staple of
Yeah.
It's in everything.
Of
See,
my
steamed
dinner.
rice is fine, but it's not as good as chili. That's why, and you're eating rice with other stuff generally.
Yeah, because rice is like eggs. It's blah all by
it's
itself.
blah. So the good part of what you're eating is the chili.
I think
Even
that
though you enjoy the chili and the rice combo, the good part of what you're eating is the chili.
the rice would be less good. The rice would be significantly less good without the chili.
Exactly.
But I like the combination of them.
I
Just
have a
like with
question.
meat, like if you have
I've got another hot
steamed
take,
rice
I
with
guess.
chicken, then I want a bite that has both in it. So I want to get my rice and then take the rice on the fork and then stab the chicken with the fork so that my bite has steamed rice and chicken because they make each other better.
Yeah.
The rice makes the chicken better.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
How?
Yes. But I can't explain it to you, Daniel.
By
Science.
adding something bland to something that tastes
Texture, taste, mouthfeel.
good. Oh my gosh.
All of those are things that Daniel doesn't believe exist.
I believe they exist.
Soggy rice at the bottom of it.
We need to work on sophisticating your palate.
No,
let's
see, that's
not.
the thing.
I like having it to
people who
myself.
talk about a sophisticated palate are just old people who had their taste buds die.
Let me tell you something about food, son.
Ron Swanson wouldn't want any of that rice get in the way of his chili.
No, I'm sure he
Or
doesn't
his
believe in
steak.
foreign grains.
Exactly. All right. Is that going to do it for our show today? It was a short one, but we got the Super Bowl coming up.
I would rather have rice in my chili than beans.
Agreed, 100%. I
Yeah.
hate beans in
Yes,
chili.
I love that
hate,
you agree with me.
hate beans in chili. Actually, I'm neutral on beans just in general. I don't love or hate them.
Yeah.
But I would not eat chili if it has beans in it. I just don't like it.
I don't
Wait.
go that far.
What
but
kind of beans?
Any kind
Like you're just
kind
saying
of
any. I've never seen a chili without any kind of beans.
Really?
In it. Yeah.
Oh no, beans versus no beans in chili is a massive debate across the country.
Okay. Like I'm not gonna like at first,
dividing our nation.
at first I was about to get upset about it, but I'm like, beans are kind of a filler part of the chili too.
Yeah.
The good part of the chili is the meat and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I enjoy
The meat,
it.
the veggies, the sauce.
I enjoy
He
it.
enjoys a good fart.
I do. I enjoy some farty chili. But I'm not gonna die on that hill because again, it's the filler part, just like rice is a filler part of the chili.
So I think that's where we disconnect, is that I think that the rice enhances the flavor of the other things that
I agree.
How?
I
Have you
agree.
tasted? You eat rice. It's bland. It's not enhancing crap. Oh, unless you're saying, that didn't have any flavor, but it makes the other stuff taste better because it's worse. You know, like one of those things where like if you suck on a lemon and you're like, oh, that wasn't very good, and then you eat an orange and you're like, oh, that's good.
Lemons
but
are
it's
good.
more good because you just had something that was
But
bad.
lemons are good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I came up. It was the first thing that popped into
It
my
was
head.
a terrible example because it's a terrible point.
Okay, well, no, that's not a terrible point because you're eating something bad, then something that's better tastes better because you just had something bad before it. Is that what rice is doing? Is that how it's enhancing flavor by
I think it's
being
mostly
bad?
texture.
So
I think the individual grains are coated with the flavor, and then you have a lot of grains of flavor instead of a liquid of flavor.
Do you guys also-
increases the surface
do you also
area
hate
of
soup?
flavor?
We
Yes,
may-
soup is gross.
We may also disagree about
gross.
rice in general because I really like rice and I would eat it on its own.
Yeah, same here.
I would, but not
it's blah and
but
tastes bad.
It's not bad. It's just blah. Like I would eat it. I eat steamed rice when I go to Happy Teriyaki all the time. But
That is the most blah
But if
rice
I
you get,
can, I'm gonna dump teriyaki sauce all over it.
See, I don't like that because then it breaks up all the grains from each other.
Not
The
at
sauce
Happy
does.
Tea. Their teriyaki sauce is pretty gloopy.
It's teriyaki.
Gloopy
It's
teriyaki
pretty
sauce
Teriyaki
is
syrup.
Yeah, I can eat it with chopsticks, even with this teriyaki syrup on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
That is good teriyaki.
It is.
yeah, gloopy sauce.
I found out recently that is the expensive kind of teriyaki sauce. If you buy teriyaki sauce, if you get the cheaper ones, it's
It's just-
not gloopy.
Oh, you
It's-
don't? No,
It's
no.
like soy.
You don't buy
Gotcha.
teriyaki sauce. You make your own. Then you can have it as gloopy as you want.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Can you shoot me a recipe?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was wanting.
You
to
really
know.
like you can make it as thick as you want just by cooking it longer. Just,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
I still want your recipe.
yeah. It's a secret.
Oh.
You wouldn't understand. you don't
Somebody's
have a
calling me.
sophisticated enough of a palate.
I do though, Justin. You can send it to me.
I'll send it to you, Andrew.
Thank you.
It's funny how much I turned on you when I was started by criticizing Andrew for his dessert takes.
I really enjoyed it.
It's not the first
I
time.
did not expect it.
All right,
I think that'll do it.
that's going to do it for our show today. So for my co-host, Justin the Chumpkin Damashevitz.
It's so bad on its own. And
It sounded bad with the other words also.
I got a good one for you though.
Okay.
And my co-host Daniel Gloopy Sauce Hargrove.
Gloopy. And our producer, Andrew, you just didn't have enough steak. Gross. You've been listening to The Scrimmage. Noel called me.
Noel did?
Yeah.
Oh heavens!